Oh my God, I heard they're making another one. Like, what the fuck?
And Charlie's made my life a million times better since we've maybe
Oh,
working together.
that's very sweet.
Hi guys, how's it going? I was lucky enough to be at the Sundance premiere. Charlie, I met you very briefly at the TikTok event right before. But what a magical experience that was for me. So I can only imagine what it was like for you guys. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. We
I'm
had a great time. It was like so wild for all the cast to like show up and yeah, we had a good time.
And everyone looked so good. My God, that was a really hot cast. It was really incredible. So I'm so glad you were
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, totally. How meta does it feel now to be promoting the moment? Because I feel like now this is almost like an extension, another layer to the film in a way.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. It definitely feels like we're sort of like back in school with the whole cast like running around, and obviously, especially at Sundance because of the way that things are scheduled, there is this sort of like chaos to it. So it kind of felt like we were like living back within a scene. Um, but yeah, it's
There's
good.
also something kind of fun about even the timing of this film coming out. Charlie and I are obviously both really interested in, not just the making of the film, but also how it's communicated, how we invite people into it, and how we like make it a part of, you know, culture for people that care about it, and so even this kind of timing of it coming out, in spring 2026, I know, Charlie, I hope you agree with me when I say this. There's something interesting about playing with the tension of Brat overstaying its welcome because it feels kind of correct in connection with our film.
Yeah, absolutely. I've heard you both reference each other as your creative soulmates. What is it about each other that makes you say that, Aiden? I want to start with you.
I've said this a lot before, but Charlie is so honest, and like that to me, that is what good art is about. It's about being truthful. Um, and I've been a fan of her for, I would say, over half my life now, and so I feel extremely lucky. I'd say sometimes it's really good to meet your heroes. And Charlie's made my life a million times better since we've maybe working together.
That's very sweet. Well, I mean, I feel the same way about Aiden. I mean, I think we approach our work, whether we're working together or working on separate projects, in a very, very similar way. I do think we have a sort of like quest for truth. And at the same time as that, we also love a sort of like meta reference and kind of yeah, I don't know, like connecting things within the bubble of the culture that we're in, you know? Um, and I think we also share a lot of the same sort of, honestly, like insecurities, which was like really important in making this film together because I think, Aidan and I can relate to each other so much as artists and the pressure that we sometimes feel on our art and on ourselves as people. So it's kind of a match made in heaven.
Yeah, I love the cameos as well. Of course, you got Kylie, Rachel, Julia in there. Was there anyone that you had in mind that just didn't end up working out?
We wanted to fly Addison in for this sort of dinner scene. But we couldn't like figure it out with the dates, and also thank God we didn't because the scene ended up getting cut. So so that she was someone that we were talking about. We couldn't work it out, and honestly, for the best in the end, because yeah, the scene is like on the cutting room floor. But I think that was it. I kind of think we
Yeah, it was a great scene. We just wanted to keep it keep it moving, eh? But
yeah.
yeah, but no, I can't. I'm sure there were people along the way. I remember Charlie and I gave ourselves a rule early on, which was that if someone existed within the sort of Brat universe,
Yeah.
we had to kind of acknowledge that. So, Rachel's obviously in there, but it has to be clear that the 360 music video already exists. So,
Yeah.
it counted out, of course, like, it meant that Chloe Seven, you couldn't play Charlie, which I'm
We
sure.
we spoke about Gabriette a little bit. We
Yeah.
were kind of like she was down. We were kind of trying to like, but again, I think she was sort of like running around the world.
Gotcha.
She does
Yeah.
have a split second cameo. She does. She
She
does.
We chatted with Margot and Jacob, Charlie, about Wuthering Heights, and they were raving about the soundtrack. Before I let you guys go, what inspired you to go beyond just that one song?
Honestly, it was Emerald's screenplay. I really kind of just devoured it. I thought she had kind of really written a beautiful interpretation, her interpretation of the classic novel, and I just felt really inspired. And it's funny, it's like I love to work in complete contrasts, and after working on Brat for so long and living within that world, I was just craving to do something completely different. And we're working with like strings and a lot of sounds that just aren't present on Brat at all. So it felt inspiring to pivot.
Yeah, that's so sweet. Hopefully you can pivot to Ratatouille too later.
Oh my God, I heard they're making another one. Like, what the fuck?
Ratatouille. Gotta make it happen. Okay, thank you guys. Nice chatting with you.